First of all, thank you, Ruslan, for organizing this summit here, because especially in last weeks, last months, we see a lot of debates over Ukraine. We see some footages from Oval Office, from different places when Ukraine and its fate is debated. But all of these debates should be put in context. And Bucha is this context. When I was here for the very first time, I was deeply moved by what I saw. Not only the pictures, but the place. That the place of this martyrdom, of these hundreds of people, looks like a casual neighborhood from our hometowns, from our cities. It's not a battlefield. It's a neighborhood with blocks of flats, with kindergartens, with schools, with markets, convenience stores, people living their everyday life. And this atrocity is coming on their heads. So this is the context. This should be always the context Ukraine fate should be debate on. These people who are dying here, who are suffering here, who suffered here, who lost their lives, all of these tears we saw on these movies, all of these cries, all of these, these feelings of these children missing their fathers and mothers. And when I'm trying to switch from the political context into moral context, into more personal context, because Bucha should be in our DNA. Bucha should be from right on the part of our identity. It's crucially important because subject without identity becomes an object. And we should be extremely careful when it comes to take part in different debates over current matters and carefully check if we are talking on the same things and if we are sharing the same values, the same definitions. Look at peace. We are talking right now about peace talks. But what is Russian definition of peace? What is Ukrainian definition of peace? This parish priest we met today in St. Andrew's Church, Andriy Halavin, once said that Ukraine's definition of peace is the moment when Ukrainians are not being killed. Russian definition of peace is when there are no more Ukrainians to be killed. And this is the fundamental difference we should have in our minds when we are starting or we are watching the peace talk process. We are not sharing definitions with Vladimir Putin. We are not sharing values with him. Of course, we should think about, taking all of responsible for this hatred, atrocities to the court, to justice. It's obvious. But first of all, we should act on the political level. We should do what politicians can do and what we can do. We are looking, of course, sometimes at these footages, as I mentioned, in the Oval Office, when there are some guys trying to persuade us that if you are trying to help someone, your helping hand first should be kissed by the victim. It's not my word of values. But going further, why are we still concentrating on Trump? Why we are not doing, shorter trips across Europe to convince ourselves that because this is European thing to unblock frozen assets. And this is European decision, not United States decision, to unblock frozen assets. It's crazy situation when we are paying and we are trying to find even more money to help, to rebuild Ukraine, to help the victims of the bandit, and not bandit is paying himself with his own money. He should do it with his own money, lying right now on our accounts. We should not, blame ourselves that we are not spending enough for Ukraine. We should take him to concrete financial responsibility because he's a bandit and he did it and he should pay for it. First, thank you very much. Once again, dear Ruslan, for me it's absolutely obvious, and for a lot of members of Polish Sejm, that we should support Ukraine on its way to European community, that we should not withdraw with saying out loud that Ukraine should be a member of NATO one day. Doesn't matter what this or the other alliance partner in the alliance thinks right now. For me, Bucha will be always a very special place, and my last words are to the mayor of Bucha, Mr. Fedoruk, because I have the same bracelet as you have. When I was in Bucha, I asked you, is there any place I could have one? And right now I'm showing everyone in Poland who is asking me, what is this bracelet all about, you know? And I'm telling them it's from Bucha. It must remember me every day on my political way. Where are the values? What I'm fighting for? What is the most important thing? And what is the second most important thing in your political way? That we are playing right now in a very difficult theater, in the difficult field. There is wrong, there is evil, there is white, there is black. And thank you once again, Ruslan, and all Ukrainian friends, to remember us, what is good. And that the duty of the politician is always to stand with the beaten, not with the aggressor. Thank you so much.